Two of them came from a broken home, and they lived with us at home. And yeah, we started. And as we started, we did a visitation, and we had a lot of youths then. Youths that come from mostly from broken homes, to the stage that we had 20 youths living with us at home as part of our family for about 5 to 6 years, looking after their education, all other things, and they were part of our lives. So with the 6 mission boys that started with us, and those are the initial one. They have become senior pastors. They have their families now, and they're looking after zones. And also, a few of them are holding headquarters senior positions. So that's how we started. That was way back in 2002. And in 2005, I believe, Ngaselevo came out to do full-time.
Yes.
And the church was birthed in Australia in 2005. And then we moved on to Europe in 2008. So we would like to acknowledge those who have been part of the walk. Some of them are no longer with us, some are still with us, but that's part of the challenges that we face in life. And we want to acknowledge their life and thank them for facilitating, not only that, for helping, the church. God ordained everything, and He was there from the beginning, and He ordained everything, but it has to take a person that is willing to be part of the birthing of all these new Methodists all over the world. So in 2005, it was Australia. 2008, it was in Europe. Started off in England, went on to Germany. We had Scotland, we have Northern Ireland. And in 2010, there was New Zealand and the Pacific Islands, because we had Tonga. We had a church in Western Samoa. We had retreat into American Samoa. We had a radio station that we were paying airtime in Papua New Guinea. And also we had Vanuatu then, and then it was strengthened now. We have three zones existing in Vanuatu. And for Tonga, to the extent that we had a bus running on the island. Tonga, we had a few conferences happening there. We had women retreat and we even had a group of youth that traveled to Tonga. And there was about 38 youth that we took with us across to Tonga. And the thing that was rife then was the radio station, because without our presence, without coming into those countries, we actually pay airtime on radio to spread the gospel and be part of the spreading the gospel within the island, especially in the Pacific Islands. And in 2014, we started in America. We had a church in Santa Rosa, we had Sacramento, and then later on, I think 2 or 3 years later, then we had the birth of Hawaii. And now we have a church in Hawaii, in Santa Rosa, and also in Sacramento. So that's USA until today, and have their own senior pastors. And we had, would you like to share a bit on how we came on to be buying airtime with the Fiji Broadcasting Commission? FBC, I believe we joined in 2005.
In 2005, we started with the Bull FM. There was, I want to acknowledge Sokata Mungyo and Apeni Sarakanade and Emos Donu. Those are the famous radio announcer at that time. We start with Bull FM, and then we go into Radio Fiji 1, Domobiti, and then we go to the Radio Fiji 2. And we have Hindustani speaking pastors that they come and preach.
So thank you, FBC. We're still with FBC until today.
Yes.
Now it's 2021, and we would like to acknowledge and thank FBC for allowing us to be part of that, because through their program on the radio, we have managed to reach out to our members right into the island outskirts.
Because in those days, the church was growing fast, and a lot of people were trained enough to look after the church. So we just preach on the radio, just like today. We preach on the radio, and for them just to listen on the Bull FM. I think it was 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, between those time, and it was growing without us visiting. And that's why we need to.
It was very helpful to have the radio.
To us. And not forgetting that we also have a radio station. We also have a paid time with VTFM, Fiji Communication. That is in Waimanu Road. And that was 9 o'clock at night. It was during the time of Malachi Besamsam. I want to thank all these people that I mentioned, because they made it happen. They assist me to come and broadcast, and it was not easy, because the message, the sharing, and we were just starting and growing at that time. And also in 2007, we have our first run around in Vitilevu.